California business owner Kim Crawford came close to cashing a phony check, but figured out it was fake before it was too late.
The banker knew it was fake, and I sort of thought it was fake, so I went there and asked, is this legit, a legitimate check? And she said, no, it's not.
Better Business Bureau investigator Steve Baker says counterfeit check fraud is a troubling trend, and he sees no sign of it slowing.
The fake check frauds, they work so well that the crooks continue to use them and expand use of them, and more people are losing their money.
Baker says the reason that tens of thousands of Americans are victims of counterfeit check schemes every year is because many people don't understand how our banking system works.
When people get the check, they deposit it into their checking account, and under federal banking regulations, the bank has to credit that money to their account within a day or two. Well, people think that means the money's credited to the account, that the check is good, but it's not. It can take a couple weeks for the check to work its way through the system for people to realize that it's actually counterfeit.
And this scheme stretches across the United States. You see, this counterfeit crook who struck in California also sent a bogus check to a consumer here in Missouri. That check was printed with the legitimate name of a company based in Minnesota.
The crooks steal checks from legitimate businesses, sometimes out of the mail, Photoshop them so they look very real. They're not handwritten checks or personal checks, they're business checks, so they look very legitimate. The story sounds often very plausible.
Plausible, yes, but Kim says there were several signs that something wasn't right.
There were many red flags all along. I won't speak to you on the phone was a red flag. I'm going to send you a check for more than what you want for the chair. That was a red flag. It just seemed very fishy.
She didn't take the bait, but many people do. The FTC says it's seen a 65% increase in counterfeit check fraud occurrence in the last 5 years, with consumers and small business owners like Kim averaging a loss of nearly $2,000 on fake checks alone.
These are big, organized business enterprises that have specialized functions and outsource some of the work and are organized on a worldwide scale.
Even though the scam has global ties, it's the local links that make this con seem legit. The return address for the check Kim received was from this apartment in Brooklyn. It's the same address used to send the check to the woman in Missouri. Experts say these properties, just like the businesses that have their names printed on the fake checks, unlikely have anything to do with the overall scheme. In the end, it's up to consumers to do their homework before doing anything with a suspect check.
You need to make sure that the check is really real. If it's a business check, I would say reach out to the business yourself. Find their number online and call them. Don't just call the phone number they've printed on the check, because the crooks may well print a phone number that goes back to themselves.
Although the only thing Kim lost was time, the lesson she learned was invaluable.
What I learned was anytime it doesn't seem right, it probably isn't. It probably is a scam.